you can see the static. It's that time of year. So this is one braid. This may or may not come out perfect. Sometimes it takes more than one try. We're joking at work about how my braid is a weapon. Not quite, but it's pretty long. So that's one. And two usually takes a bit longer, because you gotta be symmetrical, and you gotta try to get your part right. I'm going to be kind of lazy about this for time constraints. Normally I would wear one braid at work and one or two braids during the daytime, just for casual use, and two braids at night. But wearing your hair bound up too much causes strain on the roots and makes it thin out. So I've been wearing it down a lot when I've not been at work and when I've been sleeping, things like that, so that my hair doesn't fall out, because it thinned out a little bit, but there's still a lot of it. A good thing to do, I've noticed, is to change up where you part your hair. My hair has several places it likes to part naturally, and so I try to brush it into a different place at different times to keep it from settling and getting flat, or when it does thin out, since your hair goes through cycles where different follicles are active and others aren't. It just helps it looks better. So there's one. I had some questions about what do I do for my hair. I used to, up until just a little while ago, I wash it every other day, and I of course use lots of conditioner, and I do deep conditioning once a week. And I used to let it dry almost all the way, and then I would use a cool hair dryer and a brush just to help it lie straight. But I've actually stopped using a hair dryer at all. The hair itself, if I let it dry on its own and I don't braid it right away, retains a smoothness all its own. And I also, on occasion, not as frequently as I used to, use silk treatment, like BioSilk. You can get generic brands, just to help seal off some of the split ends and add a little bit of shine. It's too heavy for my hair for regular use, so I don't use it regularly anymore. Just plain old shampoo, conditioner, and air dry. And it's really simple. It's very simple. You just have to make sure you keep an eye on it. My hair, unfortunately, does need a trim. You can't tell so much from here. I'll come up a little bit closer and you might be able to tell, but the tips of the hairs are fraying and splitting. So I'm gonna have to get a trim. But it grows very quickly, so I don't imagine it's going to make much of an issue. And there's two. So here's a bit of a closer look. So you can't really see. As the braids would be in, they would eventually come loose and you might be able to see the split ends a bit more. It just keeps growing. Get a bit of a closer shot. Sorry, there's not very good lighting in here. So you can see a little bit, it's a little bit fried at the ends. So I can sit on it now. Can occasionally sit on the braid if it's been left in long enough, but I don't usually leave it in so long. I think that was all the questions people had. If I forgot your question or you have other questions or requests, just send me a message. I will try to be on top of it. I've got a regular work schedule now, so hopefully I'll be able to do this without taking 3 months to answer people's questions. So bye-bye, hair.